Hi again. We hope you enjoy and appreciate the significance of these fossils that represent the hundreds of millions of years of evolution to today. A quick summary of our previous video presents the oldest possibility of life, a coral, considered a fungus entrapped in volcanic basalt rock before organism. Its characteristics speak for itself. The next topic of subject is to identify the fossil and the probable era of evolution, how the fossils represent those eras and the characteristics that are relevant to each fossil and era. Although the fabric of our existence and planet is the result of vast influences, we are concentrating on the relevance of the history of life in relationship to us and the varieties of life we share. All info is up for consideration and discussion. The fossils that come after the coral and volcanic basalt are primarily grouped into three main categories relevant to this reference. 1. Mammoth. 2. Dinosaur. 3. Mammal. Anthropology. Human. The mammoth fossil was recovered from approximately 500 meters to 750 meters from under the ground at the lowest point of possible life, consistent with other discoveries through mining, brought to the surface, unless brought to the surface by other means. Most of Central Australia is in fact old seabed with numerous regions in Central Australia below sea level. This is apparent. Opal being fossil. This is apparent with all opal fossils denoting a variety of substance, gems, stones and petrified rock. Australia as the oldest continent has a very wide spread of mineral, fossil and history. The tooth on the internet from Sussex resembles a very rare saber-toothed tiger from India rather than dinosaur. Fact 1. Mammoth can fossil to opal. Fact 2. Dinosaur is too dense, heavy and does not fossil to opal. Fact 3. Mammal in part and human can decay to opal. Note: the item in my wife's hand is in fact a dinosaur tooth. Without criticism, the item that appears in the Wikipedia is not even robust enough to endure the bite of a dinosaur into such heavy dense flesh and consistent with other extensive related fossils. The other feature is the fact these items are opal, and dinosaur does not opal. It appears these are a range of life consisting of millions of years. There is also much conjecture as to the true representation of what relates to and what represents what and is consistent with the sequence of constants and variables and other fossils associated. As all, common sense prevails and evolution is worldwide. Australia is in fact the original continent and sit at the top of the planet, not the bottom. Compass direction of flow. The Antarctic is landmass whereas the Arctic is frozen water. South America and Africa are tapered from the south whereas Australis is scalloped out and is anchored as a landmass. As with everything else, the thermal dynamics prevail as all nucleic life. All the tissue matches, tooth, vertebrae, and the piece of plasma with the vertebrae both possess the same tissue as with the tooth and the other comprehensive fossils. It also appears opal is closer to an oxygen-enriched atmosphere, whereas the dinosaurs were a more phosphorus and sulfur-mixed atmosphere that would promote rapid growth. There are numerous theories in regards to the sequence of evolution, but the facts have to support the one profile of evolutionary era must support the next. Assumption based on the summary of facts, history and the characteristics of the fossils and sequence of logistics and events suggests mammoth first, then dinosaur second and then mammal anthropology. Another theory based on much info is that what we call prehistoric man actually dwelled at the time of mammoth and then the dinosaur and then mammal, modern man, of what could account for the missing link. Thank you for your attention and please make a small donation if possible so we can bring you much more. You may donate if you wish using the link in the video description.